Hey YouTube, this is Jas. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing y'all step by step on how to achieve a feet-in braid. So if you are interested, then just keep on watching. Alright, so we're going to hop right into it. For the style, you're going to need a rat tail comb to make sure your parts are precise. You're also going to need some shine jam or whatever product to make sure you don't have any flyaways. And whenever you're a beginner, I always recommend investing into a mannequin doll head for practice. For feet-in braids, you want to go ahead and make sure that all of your braiding hair has been separated. I will go over in the video why the braiding hair is separated like this. Also, as stated in the other videos, I am not a hairstylist. Everything that I know is self-taught, so please keep that in mind. So this is going to be the third installment of our Back to the Basics series. This is going to be how to do feed-in braids. If you do not know how to cornrow in general, please go back and watch my how to cornrow video. That's the first installment of this. But to start this out, you do need to go ahead and separate your hair. For this video, I'm only doing half a braid, so that's why I have minimal hair over here to the side. First, you need to go ahead and have your hair separated out. Main thing is that you need to notice is the various sizes of the hair, and that's because whenever you add in your braiding hair, you don't want to add in too thick of a piece. So you want to measure or kind of gauge how big the section of natural hair that you have versus how much braiding hair you're having, because if you add too much braiding hair, it's going to look a mess. So starting out, you have a very thin piece and then you gradually get thicker, and it's going to make sense when I show you when I start cornrowing. So as always, you're going to take your section. Normally you go ahead and put your product on. So let's put our product on, y'all. I ain't gonna put too much on this doll because I need my product for real hair and not fake hair. All right, so I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and separate out my first section. So I have that, making sure that's fully detangled. Then I'm gonna start this out like a regular cornrow. All right, so if you watch my other video, you know about my hand placement already. So I have my section like a regular cornrow. I'm gonna go ahead, start plaiting. And I always do 2 rotations. And then once I've done my 2 rotations, I'm going to go ahead and add my next piece of hair here. I'm gonna do a rotation. Now what I'm going to do, you see how thin this piece is here? That's how much braiding hair I want to add so it blends in seamlessly. So I'm gonna get my section of braiding hair. Now, when I add my first piece of braiding hair, you're gonna see how thin this is. Whenever you add your first piece of braiding hair, you don't want your braiding hair to be thicker than this piece. You always want it to be, around the same width. And I add mine in at the loop. So I take it, I add it there, put it under my front 2 fingers, there, secure it, and then I take this tail and put it over here so that way it's out the way. And then I reset my hands and I do a rotation. And I put that there. So we just added our first piece of braiding hair. Now I'm gonna add more hair here, scoop that under, and I'm gonna get my second piece of braiding hair. Gonna add that in the same way. Put this to the side. I'm gonna go around. Add that in there. Next, I'm gonna add in more hair. Gonna get my next piece of braiding hair and add this into the side here. So basically you just keep doing the same rotations. until you've added in all of your braiding hair and you are done with your braid. Main thing is that when you're adding in your braiding hair, you don't want the braiding hair piece to be thicker than the piece of natural hair that you have there. So I'm just going to continue to do this, but as I get down further and my hair gets thicker, you see my braiding hair pieces get thicker as well. All right, y'all, so I'm done adding in a lot of the braiding hair. As you can see, I still have some pieces left over here, and that's because once I get down to the plaiting area, I do add more pieces, and that's just going to depend on how thick you want your braid or how long your client wants the hair or how long you want your braid to be. So once I'm down here, I'm just going to add more braiding hair in so I can add more length to the braid. And how I do that is just by adding it under here, still adding everything to that middle piece. And then I'm gonna add my last piece, which I add mine still to the middle portion just like that. Still put that off to the side so it's out the way. Plait around. And then add it here. All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed this mini tutorial. If you have any questions or have any requests about anything else that y'all want to see next, please leave me a comment down below. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.